Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to see the last lesson in our second sem English. Okay, so lesson title is The Merchant of Venice, which was written by William Shakespeare. Let us see the background of William Shakespeare. He was born in the year of 1564 in a small village of Stratford and Avon. Okay, 1564 in England country. And he was a great dramatist, poet. Okay, you know very well, almost all complete English literature is dependent on William Shakespeare dramas. So that's why so many people explained very well. We never see this kind of great personality once again on this earth. So this is a great opinion by great English poets about our William Shakespeare. Okay, he was born in the year of 1564 and passed away 1616 in England country. Let us see here 1564 to 1616. Okay, he wrote 37 dramas. How many dramas? He wrote 37 dramas. Among them, Hamlet, Julius Caesar, The Tempest, King Lear, Much Ado About Nothing, the Comedy of Errors, Love's Labour's Lost, and some other dramas related to history. Okay, see here at present one, The Merchant of Venice, which was written 1596. 1596. Okay, so let us see first characters. Okay, how many characters are there? Bassanio. Okay, let us see first character. These are all characters: Bassanio, Portia, Antonio, Shylock, Nerissa, Graciano, Jessica, Lorenzo, Belmont. Okay, Bassanio. Who is Bassanio? The young Venetian businessman. Okay, he is a businessman, belongs to Venice city. Where is Venice? Venice is located in Italy. Okay, next one, Portia. A wealthy heiress from Belmont. Okay, here Portia is nothing but a daughter of a duke or daughter of a king related to Belmont kingdom. Next one, Antonio. Antonio is nothing but friend of Bassanio. Okay, friend of Bassanio. He is also a businessman plus honest person. Next one, Shylock, a Jewish money lender. Nothing but a bloodsucker in their same locality. Next one, Nerissa. Nerissa, Portia's maid. Next one, Graciano, Nerissa's lover. Next one, Jessica. Who is Jessica? Shylock's daughter. Who is Shylock? A money lender. Okay. Next one, Lorenzo. Who is Lorenzo? Jessica's lover. Next one, Belmont. What is Belmont? It's a name of a city. Okay, here what is special in this Belmont city? A bridal interview was going on. Who is the bridal or who is conducting a bridal interview here? Here bridal interview is nothing but Portia's bridal interview was going on. So here especially Bassanio and his close friend Graciano. Bassanio and Graciano. Okay, they start their journey towards Belmont city. Between these two, Graciano wanted to attend that bridal interview and he wants to marry Miss Portia. So Portia observes very well how people are entering that court, how people are answering very clearly, how people are maintaining in dignified manner. So now let us recollect Even 400 years ago, William Shakespeare explained very well all different types of characters in this drama. We can find the best doctor in this drama. We can find the best father. We can find the best friend. We can find the best lover. We can find the best judge. We can find the best lawyer. We can find the best businessman. We can find the best culture. So in the merchant of Venice. Okay, so this is the greatness of William Shakespeare. He created fantastic characters. Okay, even 400 years ago by writing his dramas. Especially, it was very special to find out the best characters in the society. But especially here Bassanio, a businessman, but he wants to travel, he wants to attend that bridal interview and he wants to marry Miss Portia. Okay, but all of a sudden, what happens here? Stop. Okay, let us see the background of the present story. What's the background of the present story? Mr. Bassanio, he was a young businessman, but at this time he is not having much money to travel to Belmont to attend the bridal interview for Portia. So he started thinking about his close friend Mr. Antonio. He is a businessman. So Mr. Bassanio goes to Antonio, okay, to take some money from Antonio to start his journey towards Belmont. But unfortunately, Antonio is not having enough money to help his close friend. So that's why, as a close friend, as an honest person, he wanted to do help at any cost. So that's why, in spite of saying no, he wanted to meet his another person, Mr. Shylock. Okay, so now what is happening? Here actually Bassanio in need of money. He went to Antonio, but Antonio is not having money to help at that moment. So immediately Antonio decided to go to Shylock to take money on interest. But what is the main character of Shylock? Shylock is a money lender but with more interest. So that's why here Shylock indirectly wanted to take revenge upon Antonio. So he thought that it was the best time to take revenge upon Antonio. So that's why he had fantastic plan in his mind to decide more interest, but not more interest, but very different kind of plan he had. What's the plan? He decided, if Antonio, first of all, Shylock says he is ready to give amount to Antonio. But what's the condition? Condition is, if Antonio fails in paying amount that is 3,000 ducats in return, Antonio has to give 1 pound of flesh from his chest. So this is the bond contract between Shylock and Antonio. Okay, based on this bond, so here Shylock gave 3,000 ducats to Antonio. So now Antonio taken amount from Shylock, immediately given to Bassanio to start his journey to Belmont to attend Portia's bridal interview. Okay, so Bassanio reached Belmont city and started attending that bridal interview. Okay, here at bridal interview, what is going on? Three separate caskets were kept at that court, but what is the condition? A person who attended that bridal interview not to say outside immediately, that person must leave the country. This is the condition. Okay, what was going on inside? Three caskets, okay, kept one by one, silver, lead and gold. So here Portia's father decided that kind of will. Okay, what kind of will? A person who opens a photo in the casket. Okay, a person who finds out Portia's photo in the caskets by opening in that court, he would be the winner of the bridal interview and he would marry Portia. This is the condition. So now one person is entering to open. After entering, even Portia was observing how that Morocco king was coming, whether he is confident or not. Even while opening his gold casket, among the three, while opening gold casket, he here Portia wanted to ask some questions to that Morocco king. Morocco king, okay, says why he opened that gold. Gold was very precious. So that's why he wanted to open gold casket. Of course, he couldn't find nothing, but it was failed. So he left kingdom. So in this way, one by one, persons are coming, but here Portia was observing how people are entering that court. Okay, how people are opening the casket one by one, how they are explaining very well, okay, to the questions of Portia. Even Portia's maid. Who is the Portia's maid? Who is the Portia's maid? Nerissa. So Nerissa was asking, this person may be suitable, this person may be suitable while entering the interview hall means, bridal interview means, here Portia started explaining very well. Now let us see the best person. We need to find the best person. Why? Because this is our kingdom. A person who marries me, he would become king for this kingdom. This is my father will. She started explaining in this way to her maid. So now they were very busy in finding the best persons in this bridal interview. So here a person while entering, one music was playing. So he started dancing while coming to the interview hall or bridal interview hall. So here as a king, she started explaining. As a king, he doesn't know how to maintain dignified manner while attending bridal interview in his court. So that's why he was also, okay, rejected. So in this way, so many people check their luck, okay, to have beautiful lady as their better half. But at last, Mr. Bassanio entered. He entered in this way and in dignified way and opened one casket and found out her photograph and married. When he marries Portia, immediately they got phone call from Antonio. What was the phone call? Antonio's ships might have sunk in the ocean. It was very bad news from Antonio's side. What was the next? So Bassanio and Porcio started their journey towards Antonio. Why? Because Antonio had to pay 1 pound of flesh to Shylock if he doesn't pay that amount. So that's why court trial was ready to start. So 1 minute. Okay, so at last Bassanio and Portia got married in Belmont City. So now all of a sudden they received a phone call from Antonio's side. What was the phone call? That phone call reveals Antonio's all the ships might have sunk in the water. This is bad news. For same news, very good news to Shylock. Why? Because Shylock wanted to take revenge upon Antonio. Why? Because Antonio was an honest person. So that's why Shylock wanted to take revenge upon Antonio. Immediately he went to court. Why? Because what was the agreement between two persons? What was the agreement? So here, if Antonio fails in paying the amount 3000 ducats to Shylock, Antonio should give 1 pound of flesh from his chest. This was the contract or agreement between Shylock and Antonio. So now Antonio reveals he was unable to pay amount to Shylock. So now Shylock got very happy. It was the right time to take revenge upon Antonio. So now Shylock came to court. He put his agreement in front of Duke. Now Duke announced that they need the best judge, they need the best lawyer to deal with this case specially. So as Portia came to know about this court trial, she came to the court in disguise as an advocate. Okay, now let us see the story what it goes as it is in our lesson. Okay, Shylock demands a pound of Antonio's flesh as per their contract, and so approaches the Duke for justice. Bassanio offers thrice the principal amount, which Shylock rejects. Bassanio appeals to Shylock to accept 6000 ducats instead of his 3000 ducats. Portia appeals to Shylock to show mercy on Antonio by explaining in detail the quality of mercy. Okay, at very first court scene, what was going on at the court scene? Now let us see. In that court scene, Balthazar, okay, our brilliant lawyer, was appearing to deal the case. Okay, but as a human being, your young lawyer started explaining to Shylock to show mercy upon Antonio. Okay, why? Because the greatest thing on this earth is showing mercy upon others. So that's why in this way young advocate or young lawyer started explaining the significant role of mercy in one's life. Here even Bassanio also, he was ready to pay 6000 ducats, but later, not now. Okay, but here Shylock, he doesn't want to listen to words of Bassanio or young lawyer. So he wanted to show his agreement to the Duke and he wanted to take a pound of flesh from the chest of Antonio, okay, based on the contract. At any cost, here Shylock wanted to take 1 pound of flesh from the chest of Antonio. This is the right time to take the best revenge in his life, he thought in this way. So all of a sudden, a young lawyer started explaining very well, but yet still how young lawyer was explaining on mercy, let us see. In the same way, the Duke also appeals him to show mercy and pity on Antonio, since Antonio has lost all his possession at sea. He also urges Shylock not only let Antonio go free but also forego some portion of the principal as well. However, their appeals are simply rejected by Shylock. So here, after reading the agreement, so once again, the Duke, young lawyer and Bassanio, these three were requested Mr. Shylock to show mercy upon Antonio, even they could pay extra amount later. Why? Because Antonio was unable to pay. Now his all possession sunk in the ocean all of sudden. But here Shylock doesn't want to listen to their words. He fixed it at his agreement only. Portia traps Shylock to claim that he sticks to the bond without change. First, Portia declares that Shylock is entitled to the pound of flesh from Antonio's body. Shylock ecstatically praises her wisdom. Then he is on the verge of the collecting his dues. Portia reminds him that he must do so without causing Antonius to bleed. She logically argues that the bond does not entitle him to any blood. In this way, Shylock's utterly defeated. So here our young lawyer wanted to show her talent. Okay, now she is ready to follow his bond paper. What was his bond? If he fails and if Antonio fails, Shylock wants to take a pound of flesh. So now young lawyer says, now ready, Antonio is ready to give a pound of flesh. But here young lawyer started explaining to Mr. Shylock, Shylock, you can take your 1 pound of flesh but without dropping single blood from his body. So now turning point occurred by young lawyer. All the court people surprised by this declaration of the young lawyer. Okay, he started explaining very well. You could take 1 pound of flesh, 1 pound of flesh according to your bond paper, but should not drop a single blood, a single drop of blood from Antonio's body. So here Shylock also surprised, and even in written here young advocate forcing Shylock to take a pound of flesh from his body without missing a single drop of blood. So now special time came to Shylock to request a lot. It's not possible to take pound of flesh without split off a drop of blood. So here even he started begging in front of Duke, in front of young liar, in front of Bassanio. It was not possible to take a pound of flesh without missing a drop of blood. So at last here his property is divided into two parts. 50% property goes to Antonio, 50% property goes to his daughter, okay, Jessica. Right? Now let us see last paragraph. Here Portia rules that Shylock is guilty of conspiring against the life of a Venetian citizen. As per the law of Venice, he must surrender one of his property to the state and the other off to Antonio. However, the Duke spares Shylock's life, just taking a fine instead of his property. Antonio also forgoes his half of Shylock's wealth on two conditions. First, Shylock must convert to Christianity, and second, he must will the entire of the state to Lorenzo and Jessica, his daughter, upon his death. Shylock agrees to the both. The trial scene as multiple themes and human relations, the theme of justice and mercy, the affection between Antonio and Bassanio, and the love between Portia and Bassanio. So at last year what happened? So in disguise, the young liar, who was the young liar? Portia came in disguise as a young liar to save her husband's friend. Who is her husband? Bassanio. Bassanio's friend, Mr. Antonio. So here at very first, after got married, she had shown her fantastic skill to save her husband's close friend, Mr. Antonio, by playing intelligent advocate in front of Duke. Okay, thank you. Now let us see a small grammar topic, palindromes. Okay, palindrome. What is palindrome? A word that reads same backwards as forwards. Okay, same backwards as forwards. Now let us see that kind of words. Here examples. First you see top to bottom. Okay. Now let us see the list of palindromes. What's the first one? Anna. A-N-N-A. So when you go from left side to right or right side to left, we get same word. This kind of words are called palindromes. Okay, Anna, madam, M-A-D-A-M, madam, M-A-D-A-M, madam. Okay, same. In that way, radar, rotator, stats, civics, mom, noon, wow, level, Malayalam. So when you go through the spelling from left to right or right to left, we can get same meaning and same word in spelling. So these kind of words are called palindromes. Sometimes we can get these kind of words also multiple word palindromes. Here single words, here multiple words. Now let us see don't nod, don't nod. See, even when you start from the right to left, don't nod. See here, red drum sir is murder. So red drum sir is murder. Next one, was it a cat I saw? Was it a cat I saw? So was it a cat I saw? No lemon, no melon. No lemon, no melon. I did did I. Step on, no pets. Step on, no pets. My gym. Eva, can I see bees in a cave? Eva, can I see bees in a cave? Last one, top spot, top spot. So this kind of words, this kind of sentences are called palindromes. Okay, this topic belongs to vocabulary part. Okay, you can find some more words on Google. Thank you.